Welcome back to the channel on what is an absolutely beautiful day of fall here in the Pacific Northwest. If you guys follow the channel, you know it's been a little while. Been out driving, enjoying the car all summer. Did a first rally with the Gallardo this year. But if you guys know me, you know that as summer winds down, that means the projects wind up for the Gallardo. And I've been searching for this one for about 2.5 years now. You guys have probably heard me say it 100 different times on the channel. I really always love the glass engine bay covers on the Gallardos, and I purchased this car because I loved the Arancia Borealis color, and I got an unbeatable deal on the car at the time. I missed out on a car that had the glass engine cover, and it's something that's just always haunted me since I bought the car. I swore I would do. Prices for parts and things like that, as you guys know, can be absolutely astronomical for these cars. But I finally stumbled across one. This has been 2.5 years in the making. I literally just got it off the FedEx truck and into the garage here. Here she is. So here is the next project. I got a little bit of unpackaging to do, but I finally found one for a respectable price. This is for the 03 through 07 Gallardo. It is complete, good glass, both the grills, vents on each side. Get around the back side here and see through this. Get the plastic cover on the bottom. Wiring harnesses there. Everything is there. So obviously, other than having to get this painted to match the car, which I've already got some rough quotes to get that done, I shouldn't have a whole lot to do. So we'll work on getting this thing unpackaged. Beautiful crate and packaging job, by the way. This came all the way from Venice, Florida, all the way up here to Washington State, and yeah, issue free. They did a really nice job. A few scuffs and things on the paint. I'm not too concerned about that. Obviously, it's the wrong color anyway. So rest in peace. There's obviously one less Verde Ithaca car out there on the road, unfortunately, but I benefit from that. Like I said, I'm super excited to get this on the car. I've got grand plans. Obviously, you guys know I've put the carbon fiber engine bay pieces in there, done some things to really spruce up and touch up my engine bay. I would love to maybe powder coat the top of the intake manifold and do some things, and being able to kind of show this off without having to pop the hood is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be something I've dreamt about, you know, the way I dreamed of having this car when I purchased it. So we're well on the way. Keep chipping away at getting it there. Unfortunately, some of you guys probably know, if you've been looking for something like this, there's a lot of junk out there on the market, and though these parts are valuable, people want an absolute arm and a leg for stuff that's going to require a lot of body work, a lot of additional pieces to be purchased because they're missing the glass or the vents, and some of these parts, components that can really add up price-wise. You know, it's one thing to pay a fair price, it's another thing to be gouged, and as you guys know, I do everything on a budget. I refuse to be gouged. I paid $2,000 for this new parts container off of eBay with tax and shipping. It was another $518, so I'm about $2,518 into this. According to my body guy, the lowest quote that I've got, best quote that I've got with someone I trust, let's put it that way, roughly $1,500 to get this paint match to my car. So I'll be roughly $4,000 into this project, all said and done. So let's get this thing out of there and check it out. like unwrapping a Christmas present for a grown man on Christmas morning. We're making progress. There she is, guys, freshly unwrapped first look. This thing is in phenomenal shape for its age. I really couldn't be happier, honest to God. If this thing was the proper orange for the car, I would literally bolt it on the car as is. There is nothing else to fix or improve with it other than getting a paint match to the car and getting the thing bolted on there. Alright guys, so we got the hood out of the crate. My big helper and I are out here stripping this thing down. As you can see, we get the plastic under tray cover off. We got the side vents pulled off. I'm going to go ahead and pull the vacuum pump lines and everything off here for the active arrow for the wing. And then hopefully we can get this thing off to the body shop this week. I'm going to let them mess with the glass. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and though I may be able to take a piano wire or whatever and work the glass out of here, I am going to trust them with it instead of chancing breaking that piece of glass myself. Well guys, here we are. It's been about a month, but as you can see, no more grain. She's all painted and ready to go. I just picked it up from the body shop last night, and a huge shout out to Revolutionary Auto Works. Jerry over there performed absolute magic. I couldn't be happier with the paint match. Hopefully the camera will pick this up. So this is the wing. I've got this kind of sitting down here now, matched up, butt matted up against the fresh paint job. It's a perfect match. I couldn't ask for anything better. So I'll get it out here on the table in a minute where you guys can get a better look at it. We're going to do some pre-assembly work today, get that vacuum pump, the wing, and some things pre-installed before I get ready to mount it on the car. I'm probably going to have to wait another week or so till I can get a couple extra hands over here to help actually get it mounted on the car. So a little bit of backstory. There's a body shop literally 2 minutes around the corner from me. I had looked at purchasing this piece roughly 6 months ago. Before I made an offer and tried to purchase this piece, I went into that local smaller body shop, spoke with the gentleman that runs the place to try and get a verbal estimate. I needed a rough idea what this was going to cost me to get this paint matched to the car before I went in there and did it. He threw out a figure that I thought was fair and reasonable at the time. So fast forward 6 months later, at the time the seller still didn't want to come down any on the price. Roughly 5 months later, seller got back with me after not being able to sell it, decided he wanted to let it go for my initial offer, which was $2,000. So with shipping and tax and everything, I paid $2,500 for this piece. So here we are 6 months from the time I initially tried to purchase it. We get into the body shop, and the hard quote that they gave me was $1,700 more than what he had initially quoted me. So I was a little bit frustrated. That gentleman did not get my business because of that. So I had to do some searching. Took me a little bit of time to find somebody else. I wanted to avoid a big name body shop. The key with something like this in my mind was to find someone who was excited about the project, who's passionate about what they do, takes pride in their art and in their craft, and want to do a really good job. And I found that in a gentleman named Jerry here with Revolutionary Auto Works here in Puyallup, Washington. So if you guys are looking for paint work in the area, I strongly recommend reaching out to Revolutionary Auto Works. As you guys can see, it's a perfect match. I can't wait to get it on the car and really get a good look at it. So if you don't know much about paint and body work, this is a tri-coat pearl paint. A lot of the new fancy colors automakers are using are. So a lot of people, to do that, if you get a crashed in fender or something, they want to blend that into the rest of the car. So what we did here by just painting that piece is called a butt match. Nothing else in here is painted or blended. That's literally a separate piece going to be put on here, and it's literally going to butt up to the surrounding body panels. And like I said, based off of what I've seen over there with the wing and the work that he's done, showed it to me under a bunch of different lights when I picked it up, I think it's an absolute perfect match to my eye. I'm completely impressed, so I'm anxious to get it on the car. So let's get this thing up here on the table. We're gonna get a good look at it, and like I said, get things reinstalled here. Hey guys, here it is up here on a table where you guys can get a really good look at it. So I put it up here on the table. spent a little bit of time just doing some deep cleaning on it, because why not? Get it all dealt with before I put it on the car. I took and polished up the plastic vents here, ceramic coated them while I had it out. I actually took some Quad Zero steel wool and some polish and hand polished the glass. Really good way to get hard water spots or any stains off of it. Just really freshen up the glass. So as far as I'm concerned, this thing looks as good as new. I couldn't be happier with it. Absolutely beautiful. I'm kind of surprised I actually had a few people reach out and comment that they like the original, the vented deck lid better than the glass, and that's cool. Everybody's got their opinions, right? You're allowed to have them, but in my mind, over the last couple of years, I've been getting this car the way that I wanted. It's the way maybe I would have spec'd the car had I been able to afford to purchase this thing, 21 years ago. But yeah, I think it's going to be a huge difference aesthetically. So get this thing flipped over. We'll get that vacuum pump and the lines and everything installed, and get this thing to a point where we can get it installed onto the car. All right, here it is, all buttoned up and ready to go. Just need a few extra hands. Wait till I can get another body over here, and we'll get the old one off the car and get this one reinstalled. I didn't go through the how-to to disconnect all of this. It's really pretty self-explanatory. You got your hex bits, your 10 millimeters, everything really self-explanatory to hold all this on there. Just took my time, since it's a fresh paint job, just getting all the little clips into place. The key is I took a bunch of pictures before I dismantled anything, because you got some washers and spacers back here for the wing, just so you know exactly how everything gets reinstalled on there and where things were, so you don't have any misalignment there or anything with the wing when you go to get it back on the car. Alright guys, as you can see, it is on. I apologize, I didn't do a very good job of trying to wear the camera or anything while we took the old one off and installed this. Had my dad and my wife come out here and give me a hand. Really quick, easy, smooth job. Didn't take a whole lot to get it on there. All of about 5 minutes, and I honestly couldn't be happier. I love seeing this on the car. I love the look of it. Everything matches, lines up perfect. As best I can tell. I'm anxious to get this thing out in the daylight. Obviously it's dark out here right now. Get this thing out in the daylight and really get a good look at that pearl and color match out here in the sun. But said as of now, I couldn't be happier. I love the fact that you can see the motor, you can see all that carbon fiber in there, the orange intake tubes I've got. This is definitely how I would have spec'd this car had I been able to afford to buy something like this when it was new 21 years ago. Alright guys, it has been a week since we installed the hood. As you guys can see, we finally got a beautiful sunny day here in the Pacific Northwest. If you are familiar with the great state of Washington here this time of year, this is a very rare occasion, yet a beautiful day for not only a fall drive, but to finally get this paint out here in the sunlight and really get a good look at the pearls and the paint match on this thing. And I hope the camera does it justice. It's absolutely perfect. If I didn't know better, I would not know this was painted 21 years apart. Get my shadow out of it here. Absolutely stunning. So, like I said, it's been a week. I've been anxious. The weather's going to go to crap after today, so I really want to get this out here and get a good look at it. I couldn't be happier. So anyway, I know this really wasn't a DIY video, more of a just upgrade video here of some of the fall winter projects I'm gonna have going on. There are several things I'm hoping to do to the car still, some larger and smaller. This is one of the bigger ones for sure. So anyway, stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me for more. For now, I'm gonna hit the road, enjoy the sun before it sets here, and enjoy this beautiful fall day for a drive. We'll see you guys on the next video.